Hey everyone, welcome once again to my channel. I'm Tina with Tina's Inspired Art. So glad that you're here once again. Today we're going to be working on a 30 by 40 inch gallery wrapped canvas. You see me starting the process in my studio, and boy, this painting was so much fun. I've named her Whispers Behind the Veil of Flowers. She's already available on my website at tinasinspiredart.com. You'll see me go through a step-by-step process throughout this entire painting. This was a very large painting, and I don't know what I was thinking when I was painting this, but I put on so many flowers that this particular piece took a lot longer than I had expected. I think the most difficult part of painting Whispers Behind the Veil of Flowers was the veil itself. I had to figure out how to paint on this veil and still leave the underneath the veil showing through. So I wanted this veil to be more transparent looking. And so I had to figure out how I could achieve that while painting. And while I did accomplish it, I did take a couple of tries at it too. So you might see that in the video here. But I think I learned a lot from it and really did enjoy the process. I think the next one I will do similar to this. I'd like to do another female with the veil over, but I'd like to try to have the veil a different color. Still to be kind of transparent where I can see up underneath, but I'd like to see the transparency to be just a slightly different color. But man, this painting, I feel like I've just put my heart and soul into this one. It was just a lot of fun, a lot of work, but the payoff was just awesome at the end result. I just absolutely love this piece. You'll see at the heart of this piece down below, I still continue with incorporating the glass vase, which if you don't already know the symbolization for what the glass vase actually means, it really symbolizes clarity and the fragility. It embodies like a delicate balance of a woman's strength and vulnerability, reminding us that beauty often resides in the most tender moments. Creating this artwork was, in fact, a journey of connection to themes of growth and self-discovery. I really looked and reflected back in certain parts of my life, and I feel like every time I put a brush stroke, it was a meaning of something for me. And just a celebration of the transformative power that when you're creating a piece of art, that you can reveal a story behind each moment of the inspiration that resonates really deeply within you. I feel like this artwork not only enhances anyone's space. Once you see this piece, it can bring such joy and color and meaning into any room you would enter. It's such a focal point that I'm going to hang on my wall until it finds another home. But this piece is so gorgeous. It's striking to me. I actually used these vivid paints that I purchased from Milan art store, and I feel like these oil paints were so creamy and luscious and vibrant, just like the name itself. It was vivid oil paints, And I feel like they just added so much when I was in my oil phase. The brightness, the vividness, and the end result was absolutely amazing. If you haven't already done so, go check the Milan art store, and you too can experience those vivid paints. They're just absolutely amazing. I highly recommend them. At this point, I am actually still in my acrylic stage, and I'm basically mapping out and just blocking in color to identify within some of these flowers their shape of the petal, whether it's got the dark tones and highlights. I want to make sure that the form and shape are really identified. So when I get in my oil phase, the underneath shape and form that I'm creating right now is going to show through my oils. It's really going to give it some depth. In this part of the video, I was really focused on getting this veil correct with mapping out my areas on her face where there would be shadow, giving it some depth and ensuring that the color underneath was going to work, as I feel like it needed to match what the rest of the face was going to be. And so I took several tries at it and tried to come up with the best, I'd say, color and form and really plane shifts that would be shining through the veil itself. And now you can see me just kind of giving some depth, more depth in the background to help these flowers pop from the background. And I'm still in my acrylics phase, but I'm nearing the phase of getting set up for my next phase, which is the oil phase. Now here I was really just playing, and I really did not like drawing in the eye and the eyelashes. It didn't work for me, so I had to repaint that. And fortunately, when you're in your acrylics stage, you're able to let it dry and you can repaint it right over again. So that's what I decided to do on that. And another area that reminds me as I'm looking over this video is I found the chin area to be one of the more difficult areas, because if you don't get that chin area right, you may have a longer looking chin than what you really anticipated on. So I really had to get the highlights and the lowlights correct on her chin to really help show where the sun was shining, giving it some form and depth and balance in the facial features. All right, so I've kind of temporarily got that veil in, and I decided to paint that eye on there, but I actually did not like it, and it changes within this video. There's going to be a change for sure. But that's what happens when you can just change and make adjustments to what you think is right for your painting. So this one did transform in many different areas. And when I do that, I learn. I enjoy just experimenting a little bit, so then I know what looks good, what doesn't, how I can lay down the paint, and whether it works or not. So it's all a part of trial and error and experimentation throughout your process. So here I am going to cover up the eye. I decided I did not want the eye to show underneath, and so I decided to paint a beautiful kind of an orchid looking flower on top of it. And I'm so glad I went that direction because it looks so much better with the flower over it. And now my challenge is to paint all of these little flowers that are all over this painting. I don't know what I was thinking when I was putting these flowers on here. I wanted it to be very floral looking, and I just got carried away, but I'm really glad I did it in the long run. But what the challenge was is to create all these different flowers, different shapes, having them angled in different directions, and then not making every single flower look the same, because I definitely didn't want to have it look same everywhere on the painting. So that in itself was a bit of a challenge, but it all worked out. And I think some of the learning behind that was to just keep mixing your paints with different colors to ensure that when you lay down your brushstroke that it is in fact different shades near different petals. And I was able to achieve that by doing that. You can see my palette with all these different colors laid out. That's the fun of it, though. You can just keep mixing different ones, and then you can let different areas set, come back to it, and glaze over it with different colors. So I ended up by doing a lot of different glazes, some with some orange tones, yellow tones, some deeper pinks, roses. So it was really fun to experiment and try new things and allow these little flowers to just pop off the canvas. So here I am painting this flower, and I wanted that flower to actually be really white, but decided to go against the real stark white, and I wanted it to blend more with these purple flowers here. So I did change that up a little bit, but the purple, and I put some blue tones in there, and it really just made that flower look so cool. I love it. So at this point in the painting process, I'm assessing, and I am going to be adding more oils to different areas and really start putting in some highlights on this piece. I get to start using these vivids to really start bringing life into this particular painting with these bright colors. I'm excited. Keep watching and you'll see me applying these gorgeous colors to this painting. Oh my gosh, when I opened up this, look, there's a postcard of Ellie Milan's painting. It's so pretty. And really good information talking about the paints inside this. But look at all these colors. Oh my goodness. They're so pretty. And what I love about their paints is that they come labeled with whether it's a cool or a warm. And all of these in this particular set are opaques. So I think that's why when you're going to add it over, if you've glazed somewhere, these opaques are really going to make it pop and shine. And I'm just so excited to use them. Oh yeah, I've also gotten in a whole shipment of their oil paints as well, another shipment. So I had to open up all of those. But what you're seeing on this palette are the Vivids, and they're just so awesome. And I'm going to begin painting with them again. Got to pour out my Galkid in this little cup where I can dip my paintbrush in and mix it in with all of my paints, because the Galkid really just makes it so easy to paint with and glides on your canvas, and I just love it, love it. I can't paint without it. All these colors, I just can't make up my mind what I want to do. But here I am just kind of mixing it in with the Galkid, and I'm going to start creating some different colors. I mean, you can use it straight out of the tube too, which I have, but I like to mix them with different colors as well. So they really, these Vivids just made this painting pop. Those bright colors. It was so easy to work with too. They're so buttery and luscious feeling. I really like them. But here I'm just going to go over all these flowers. I'm starting to map out a little butterfly that I'm putting kind of perched up on a one of the flower petals. I just felt like adding a butterfly in there, so you'll see me painting this one. Well, I hope that you've enjoyed watching me create Whispers Behind the Veil of Flowers. I'm really super proud of her. She is available on my website at tinasinspiredart.com. And you can send me a message and tell me what you like about it. And if you have any questions, just leave them down below in the comment area. I'd love to help answer any questions you may have. And yeah, you really should head on over to my website, check her out, and check out the blog posts that I have listed and sign up for my newsletter that comes out frequently. I usually do 2 or 3 a month, and you will have first notification of all of my new pieces of art that don't hit YouTube. So go check them out.